Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Fresh Crits of Melbourne. If you are a regular at this channel, we are on Nico Watch. There he is, we're 4 minutes in and the man has flown off the front. How long do you think this one will last? Well, make sure you stay tuned, hit that subscribe button to find out. But look, I'll be completely honest with you, you'll see him in 5 seconds. There he is on the right hand side. So that attack hasn't worked out that well for the man, and now he proceeds to reevaluate his life choices and slowly works his way to the back of the bunch and recoup his energy stores before he sends another attack way up the road. But look, thanks again for coming back and watching another video of Fresh Crits. We're back again at the church, the place where you make 4 left-hand corners. It's a pretty nice day today, fairly overcast, but it's nice and warm. Wind does play a little bit of a part in this race. You can see in the map on the bottom right there, the wind is coming into a cross headwind on the front straight, the one we're entering now. So often you'll see me sitting to the right hip of riders on this straight, and then as you turn left here, it's pretty much a block headwind, so you want to be right behind the rider in front of you. Big field. Big field in A grade, which is fantastic to see. It's great to see all the guys pinning numbers on, getting back out there and having a bit of a rip around this circuit. And a rip they did. I had a bit of a look at my average speed for this race. It was around 47 kilometers, so certainly not a slow Glenvale. We had a lot of hitters out here today, and I'll point them out very, very soon. Now, there are a couple of incidents in this race that I will absolutely be talking through, a couple of crashes, a couple of near misses, so make sure you stick around to catch those ones. But as for this race, I'm riding once again with Race Atlas and the boys. We've got Dino, number 75, driving the pace on the front, and in the race as well we have Bully, so hence why I sort of flick the elbow, make the guy behind me chase up that one with the hope that maybe a little group would form up the road. Obviously, it's so early in the race, everyone is so fresh that sort of thing isn't going to happen. But look, a little bit of housekeeping before we kick things off. Number one, do you need some energy drinks? Are you sick of paying the crazy prices of beta fuel and all that kind of stuff? Well, check out our friends at SulNutrition for a 10% off voucher. So there's a link below to his website there. And whilst you're there digging around in the comments and stuff, just hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I think the bell button does good things too, so make sure you do that for me as well. Really helps push the channel out to viewers. And the main goal, what is it? Should we get NorCal down here? Or maybe Chris Miller from the Nero show. Get him down here for a rip. We'll see how he goes at Glenvale. Let me know what you think in the comments and make sure you tag him, because we might drag him down here. Who knows? But what we'll do now is we'll get stuck straight into this race, right into that first attack, and we pick it up from there. Stay tuned. We've skipped in 16 minutes into this race, and you can see in front the entire peloton is spread out across the road. The group is quite swollen, the speed is low, and that's why it's a really, really good time to attack, because you can hit that group with pace and establish a nice little gap without having to do much work. The differential's big. If those riders are only going 30 Ks and you're coming in and attack at 45 Ks, that's a big gap. That's hard to chase back on. But if the group's going 50 and you attack at 55, that's quite hard to get away. So that's exactly what we've done here. We've gone on a nice little move here. We've got Darby, number 17 in the green. Nick's in front of him is Speedy. And in the rear cam, you can see a couple of other riders doing what they can to get across to this break. Now, what makes a break work? Well, there's lots of things, I guess, but the core makeup is what you want to look for. You want to look for keen, committed riders who are obviously strong. But the other important thing, especially when you're in a crit that are organised and have teams, you want to look for riders, at least one rider from each team to be in this break. Because if there's a big team that's in the race that doesn't have someone in the break, they're going to put their team members on the front to chase it back, if they're organised enough. Now, in this one, we've got Darby, we've got Speedy. Darby's riding for himself, Speedy's riding for Cos. Me and Bully are in this one, which is fantastic, which means Dino is hopefully then resting in the peloton, but no doubt he's encouraging all the other riders to chase me back. We've also got Adam, who's racing for Crane Tech in the blue kit. He's got a really big team in this race. So we're ticking a lot of boxes. We've got almost one rider from each of the big teams in this race. in this break. So with that, we should be able to roll turns really comfortably and establish a nice break and hopefully, you know, take this one to the line. So based on this, I'm 100% in. I'm fully committed to this move. We've got good amount of riders. We've got good amount of support. We have good legs in the break. So that's basically all you need, right? Well, you're going to have to watch to find out. At the moment, currently, there's 8 people in this move, which is perfect because everyone's, no one can really hide. Everyone's going to do their turns. And it should be just a fast break to get away. Who's going to want to ride this one back? And you can see in the rear cam, the peloton's just gone around the corner. So it's a good makeup. What we might do, as in Fresh Quits fashion, we will skip ahead and see how this one plays out. Stay tuned. Okay, so we've skipped ahead now. We've been in this break for about 10 minutes now, and everyone's been rolling really, really consistent turns. But at this moment, Bull just goes, fuck it, I'm out. I can't be bothered with this. And if you have a bit of a glimpse in the rear camera, if you can catch a glimpse, there is the peloton breathing down our necks. They've got sights on us now, and that just makes it a nice carrot for them to chase. Now, I don't know what it is. This break, quote, should have worked, but I think a motivated peloton behind with a lot of strong riders in the mix didn't allow too much room to get away. It's also very early in the race as well, so that definitely helped the peloton. I think also we did start to fatigue. Well, a few more riders are peeling off. We did start to lower our pace as the break went on. I thought we kept, you know, the foot on the throttle, but maybe we just needed one or two stronger riders to really keep the pace quite high. You can see Speedy, and now Darby has now jumped off the back, Nico, and I don't know what he's doing standing on the sideline there, but that's not racing your bike. So now it's left with Jamie, number 216, and that's pretty much it. Look at the peloton right behind us now. So I don't know. I'd say that's the brake caught. What we'll do is I'm going to skip forward to the moment the brake does get caught, and I want to show you exactly what happens once we are caught. Alright, we'll quickly take this time to please remember to hit that subscribe, like button, and also that little bell. I think it does help. Thanks very much, and let's get straight back to the action.
Just knock it back. Wait for more people to come across.
Yeah, you heard me there. I'm asking our breakaway companions to see if we can punch the clutch in a little bit. Hopefully get some more people to come across. To be honest, I said that because I'm right on the limit. You saw before my heart rate was about 180. I've been on the pedals now for over 15 minutes-ish. Working really, really hard with these boys, but really zero sort of recovery. So just wanting to punch the clutch in. Hopefully we can get another group to come across with us and we can continue the break further. But mate, I'm on the limit. You can see in the rear cam, Dino is waiting to attack. He's been riding really, really well, keeping nice and hidden in the bunch. As soon as that brake is caught, there he goes, that seated acceleration. He looks like he's not really getting out of the saddle and sprinting like you would normally. So by doing that, you really can hide your attack, and next minute you're off the front, and that is a great move because he snuck off the front there. Not too sure if you caught it. Cy Monk went across, but also Luke Burns. Now they're really bloody strong riders, so this is a really dangerous move. I'm happy because I've been able to keep my teammates hidden, essentially, because, you know, they're not going to want to chase back their teammates. Although Dino, I think he might have, but that's the sort of move you want to be getting into. Now, with Dino off the front, I can take it easy, not do anything, stay nice and hidden, and just wait, because if this move does come back, I've got to be fresh for the counter attack, or if it stays away even longer, make sure you're nice and fresh for the sprint. After 10 or so minutes, unfortunately, you see the boys coming around the corner here, just in the distance. There they are, Luke Burns, Cy Monk, and Dino. That move's been brought back. I've stayed relatively hidden during this time, and just as they've been caught, I'm in the fortunate position to jump on this rider's wheel as he launches a counterattack right over Dino. And I say fortunate, but it's not so much luck. You staying by being able to stay in the top 5 to 10 wheels at opportune moments like this gives you that opportunity to really snap onto moves like this. Now, mind you, I'm cooked. Almost 180 beats. That's really quite high for me. That's on the limit. You can see Brooker in the rear cam. He's laboring as well. Gone into the drops as we rip into this corner with the bump. Navigate that smoothly. I say to this guy, mate, it would have been nice if we could just sit in before we launch that one, but you can't do that in a bike race. It is full gas, and we've got just over 10 Ks left in this one. Is this going to stay away? I'm looking at my heart rate. I'm looking at my watts. Things aren't good. and the group is motivated to chase this one down. So unfortunately, this one doesn't stick. Everything's scattered across the road, so it's just a matter of time of if or when this one gets brought back, which is only in a matter of seconds. But you can't let yourself get too discouraged. There's still plenty of time left in this race. Still 15 minutes plus 3 to go. With over 10Ks left, the race is still there to be won. Let's skip in, 3 laps left, and see where it goes. We've just come through the start-finish line for 4 laps to go, and it's where this Nostromo rider launches a really, really good move that I think, okay, well, looks like Dean's taken care of there. Bully's got him sorted. I may as well get across to this one with the hope that it does stick. It does allow Dean and Bully to kind of stay chilled out, my teammates, stay in the mix. They don't need to pull any turns. And this is a really good move because, you know, Nostromo's got, I don't know, feels like a dozen blokes in this peloton. They've got so many riders now. So I jump across to this one, but it's motivated the group behind. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. He asked me to pull through. Yep, no worries, I'll do that. But then, you know, I look behind, and there is a surging peloton chasing right after me. So I jump off the pedals, I jump off the gas, and just keep looking around. My head's on a swivel. I'm trying to find who the best wheel to jump onto, where's Dino and Bully, and can I assist? So Dino's just gone around the corner there. He's been dropped off by Bully. Dino's in great position there. There's not much I can do to help. I want to stay nice and hidden now so that when it does come to last lap, I'm in a really good position. So keep an eye on the left-hand side here. You're going to see the marshal with hold up a sign with number 3. That's showing that there is 3 laps left on this race. In my rear cam, you can see there Dave Ross in the Trivelo kit. He's a quiet, silent achiever. Keep an eye on him because he's got a massive TT sort of power, and he'll just send it off the front, and you'll be hard-pressed if you ever see him again. With 3 laps to go, I'm quite far back in this race, but there is still more than enough time to sort of change that situation. The good news is, with me sitting here, Dino's actually in that move in front. You can just catch a glimpse of his red kit there. He's right at the back of that first group on the road, you'd think. Now, I just need to stay near the front of this because if he gets caught, I can go or be in a situation where I can go. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dino's the 5th rider there chasing that move around the road, which probably puts me in 10th to 15th position. Perfect. As long as I can stay in this position coming into 2 laps to go, things are going to be good. But that's never ever going to happen. It's almost impossible for you to stay in the same position coming into the last lap. But I got to do whatever I can to jump on those next wheels, keep moving forward in this bike race, and then also manage to just let 2 wheels go maximum. You don't want to all of a sudden fall all the way back and lose all the hard work that you've put in to move up the bike race. Dino's at the front there. He's driving the pace, putting in big watts to keep the pace nice and high. You can see Speedy here out of the saddle, driving his bike forward to get it up to speed as we come into corner 2 here. We rip it in, Dino takes it in, dip the bike in, pedal to the outside, keep on the gas as soon as you come out. In the rear cam, Angus is glued to my wheel. He's a proper sprinter. At this moment, I haven't looked behind me at all. I don't know what's going on behind me, but I am keeping an eye out on the right side of the road to see if there's anyone going to be launching a flyer. There's Dino. I'm pretty sure I shout out to him, if you've got anything left, try to stay with me, because if this does come to a sprint, he's going to be my number 1 lead-out man to keep the pace nice and high as we come into that final lap. There's Luke Burns on the left in the rear cam, and Max Gould has found my wheel. He is a proper hitter, youngster, but always manages to find himself at the front of the bike race when it counts. But keep an eye on the rear cam. Pace is starting to drop. We're all starting to freewheel. I'm in a good position, but look at the swarm coming in from behind. I'm about to get swallowed up, and that is not a good sign. Now, what happens in the next 2 corners is a bit hectic, so we're going to have to slow the camera down and talk it through. I'm pushed really wide into this corner, and unfortunately TJ's here is going backwards. He's not going forwards. Unfortunately, Adam pushes me into the gutter. I manage to just keep it upright. I basically bounce off the gutter. Now, as we come into this last corner, keep an eye near that tree with the padding. You'll see Jamie flying through the air, smashing into the planter boxes. He has a massive stack as he's pushed wide into the gutter, over the gutter and then flying through the air. Now, fortunately, he's all right. Now, this is where Dino comes through. He's like, Steve, jump on my wheel. Mate, I've just gone backwards about 30 positions after putting in all those big efforts, but he's trying to do what he can to get me to the front of this bike race to see if I'm a chance to taking this sprint out. But, you know, I'm thinking to myself, there's no chance, mate. This can't happen. We're coming in so deep. My heart rate's maxing out, 185 beats. I've got nothing left at all for this sprint. You've had the Keystone riders that have done nothing all day. Sorry, ads. But they've been kept nice and fresh. So when it comes to sprint, they've got all the legs and I don't. And that is a wrap. So, look, finished mid-pack. That's fine. I thought I raced it really, really well. Unfortunately, just got caught up in a racing incident on this corner here, forced wide, lost so many bike lengths, and that was pretty much race over. Now, for those who are asking about Jamie, how is he? Well, he's gone through a roller coaster of emotions. He got stretchered out to the hospital. We go check on him here. He's not in a good place, but he got an x-ray. They said he had a broken arm. He got another x-ray. He doesn't have a broken arm. So he's walked away from this massive stack with just a few scratches. That's it, a couple of scratches, and he's now currently racing over in China with his team, and ripping it apart. So look, he was extremely lucky just to walk away with just some scratches, but unfortunately that's racing. It was a racing incident. There's nothing he could have done, just in a bad place at a bad time, but I'm so happy to see that he's okay. So that's basically a wrap. We'll call it an end there. Again, guys, thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Speak to you soon. Ciao.